How's it going, YouTube? This is Mr.Scrubert coming at you from Springfield, Missouri. And we have entered round 3 of our game between me, MooseCow on YouTube, and his buddies Mike and Rick. I'm playing the UK and US. MooseCow is playing Japan. His buddy Rick is playing Germany and Italy. And Mike is on my team playing China, Russia, and the Commonwealth, or Anzac Canada. He really doesn't like Canada, though. I don't know why. But but we're still hanging in there. So at the end of round 2, a lot of big plays happened. Some interesting stuff. The game's starting to pick up a little. Japan went kind of like they went everywhere. So they took the Philippines, declared war on everybody, except for Russia. Took the Philippines, Libs, Borneo, Malaya, Hong Kong, reinforced Yunnan. They took Burma, but UK, I retook Burma. Keep that buffer zone kind of going in there. China threw everything it had into Qichao and suffered a lot of losses, but still took it. And I mean, 6 infantry, I think, was the loss. And they lost about 6 too. Over here, the UK has successfully taken the Middle East and threw down a factory onto Iran. As we all know, that is a lot like the Middle Eastern or Middle Earth strategy. Another thing UK did that was pretty big is we threw down US dude. We threw down a airbase in Gibraltar for all my planes. The big thing that happened, though, probably the biggest thing so far in the game, is Italy threw everything it pretty much had at Egypt and suffered tremendous losses. His force was completely annihilated, including 2 tanks, 2 artillery, I think like 7 or 8 infantry. He threw all he had Italian-wise at it, and the UK, or joint forces here, only lost 3. So the Canadians that were there died, as well as the 1 UK infantry. So it's pretty heavy losses for Italy. We'll see how the game plays out from there. That was the big thing. Other than that, Africa's southern, below the Sahara, is kind of uncontested. Over here, northern, the Axis are slowly grinding their way over across to Morocco. City of Casablanca has been refortified. The Frenchies have all gathered, and Canada came over with their guys from South America. U.S. took Brazil. Got to show these off too. I saw these on Historical Board Gaming. They're brand new, and I had to gag them. Come and take it. I just thought it was cool, so I did it. Germany, still a powerhouse, hasn't declared war on Russia. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, but at the beginning of round 3 here, we'll see if they declare war on them. They're pretty posed to do it, so we'll see if they start doing it. They dropped a minor in Yugoslavia, I think with the intentions of putting boats into the Mediterranean. So we'll see how they use that to their advantage. They got a decent fleet. It's kind of slowly gathering up here. Keeps kind of chipping in a sub here and there, so we'll see if it gets any bigger. Russia has a good back wall. Getting ready for the inevitable attack that is to come. What else have I missed? Kind of went over all the big things. U.S., kind of meagerly poking around on the European side, and they brought their bomber fleet up to Alaska and railed a few guys up here with them. So might have some plans with those guys. Other than that, got a decent size American force in the Pacific, built a carrier, and landed 2 fighters from Hawaii on it. So we'll see if we can do anything with that. Anzac has just kind of turtled. So they put most of their stuff in South Australia, and they got 2 infantry and an artillery built and a small little fleet. But their ground is looking stronger and stronger, so they're kind of maybe preparing for an imminent attack. So we'll see if it comes, or we'll see what the Japanese MooseCow has been playing for that. Other than that, Japan is still almost coming up on Imperial. So they're doing pretty good, IPC wise. They might be a little spread thin, and I'm interested to see what new strategies they come up with. I've already learned a lot from them, and I'm having a great game playing with these guys. So if you guys are watching this video, I'm having a good time, guys, and I'm actually learning a lot. You taught me you can do a lot with German transport planes, so I never thought to use those. My mind was stuck in the out of box. You got to build, German ships here, and send them in here, and that's how you get support down there in Egypt. So taught me that you don't have to focus solely on that. So thanks for that, guys. And I've seen Japan do some pretty crazy stuff, like J2 happened. So I'm used to playing with a lot of guys that usually just let the clock run out for Japan. Let it go all the way to turn 4, so US can't get to full production. But hey, if it works for him, it works for him. I'm eager to find out and see it. Sorry. At this point, I'm kind of just zooming over my units, making sure I got nothing flipped over, and kind of advertising them. I just painted up the Moscow Kremlin. The Capitol buildings, I kind of just painted for the color of the nations. I wasn't get too detailed into those because they're already on the map, so it's putting them down is kind of just, just an added thing, added benefit. Coliseum kind of looks just like a brown toilet. so yeah, not too well. The Sydney Bridge Arch, though, was pretty cool. I was able to kind of spray paint it the color of Anzac on the ends. So all right, folks, if you're watching, thanks for tuning in, and check out MooseCow's channel if you're confused or want to know more information about BBR. The Chaplain, he has a channel here on YouTube. He posts up a lot of videos, and he's starting his own playlist, basically, of instructional videos on how to play the new BBR3, which is what we're playing here. So if you want to check him out, you can learn a lot by watching him, and he's a stand-up guy, and he's got a big tournament coming up in March, I think, where he's doing an official BBR, I think, over in St. Louis. You'd have to ask him more information about that, but really cool that he's doing something like that, and it's going to be so big. I attended his tournament on Memorial Day last year, and it was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun, met a lot of guys, learned even more strategies. So, all right, guys. This is Mr.Scrubert coming at you from Missouri, South Missouri, and I hope you guys are all staying warm out there. Weather's getting kind of bad out here, so stay safe, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hopefully this community keeps growing and we all keep having fun rolling dice. I'll catch you next time.